Welcome to Born to Win. I'm Brian Proctor, and each Monday I'll be sharing a short message to help you start your week with focus, clarity, and intention. Every episode is designed to remind you that success isn't something you chase, it's something you allow. You were born to win, and when you live in harmony with the laws of life, you begin to experience that truth in every area. Last week we talked about habits, the architecture of your future. We explored how your repeated actions form the foundation of your results and how awareness is the first step toward change. Today we're going to build on that lesson by focusing on one of your greatest gifts, your higher mental faculty that gives life to your goals before they ever take form. That faculty is your imagination. So take a deep breath, open your mind, and let's get started. From habits to vision. If habits are the structure of your life, imagination is the design plan. It's where everything begins. We've all heard if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. That isn't poetic, it's literal. Every intention, every business, every work of art, every personal transformation, they all began in the imagination of someone who dared to believe in an unseen idea. You see, your imagination is where your future is built. Before you change a habit, before you build a plan, you must first see the life you want to live. And here's what's interesting. Most people never really use their imagination consciously. They use it against themselves. They imagine worst-case scenarios. They rehearse failure. They visualize fear. They spend their imagination creating what they don't want, what they dread could happen. And the truth is, you are always using your imagination. The question is, how are you using it? When you understand how to use your imagination for you rather than against you, you have cracked the door open to where the light lives. So let's talk about what imagination is. Imagination is the ability to create an image in your mind that doesn't yet exist in physical form. It's your mental workshop. It's not wishful thinking. It's not fantasy. It's the creative power that we all have that allows us to build our world from the inside out. You know, Bob Proctor used to call imagination the preview of life's coming attractions. He would say imagination is the greatest nation in the world, and Albert Einstein is credited with saying that imagination is more important than knowledge. Imagination is how you design your life before you live it. Every one of us has it, but most people let it go dormant. And the reason this gift of imagination goes dormant is because as young people, we were told to be realistic. Stop daydreaming or face the facts. And so we did. We shut down the very mechanism that allows us to grow beyond our current results. But here's the thing. Your imagination isn't childish. It's divine. It's how you connect to spirit. It's not just mental pictures. It is the spiritual blueprint of the life you can one day call reality. It's how you receive ideas from the infinite. And if you want next year to be different, it starts with reawakening your imagination. In last week's episode, we talked about habits being programs, patterns that run automatically in your subconscious mind. Well, your imagination is how you install new programs. When you use your imagination deliberately and visualize a future different from your current reality, you are writing new code for your programming, your 2026 programming. This is about building a clear mental picture of what you want. When you become so clear on this visualization of your future that you can see the colors and feel the energy of this idea that you are building, your subconscious mind begins to accept it as real. And this is when you start to adjust your vibration through your behavior and your actions to align with that new image. If your habits are the engine, your imagination, it's the GPS. Without direction, your habits will just keep taking you where you've already been. Now, there are two forms of imagination, synthetic and creative. Synthetic imagination is when you rearrange old ideas. You work within what's familiar. It's practical, logical, and useful for solving everyday problems. You likely do this without thought. You know, we all do it, and it's useful. But creative imagination is when you tap into something higher, infinite intelligence. That's where new ideas come from. That's where inspiration lives. Creative imagination is how Edison invented the light bulb, how the Wright brothers took flight, and it's how you can begin creating your new year. Here's a simple exercise for expanding imagination. I want to give you a practice that my father gave me. Each morning, before you get pulled into the world, sit quietly for 5 minutes and ask yourself this question: what would I love? Not what's practical, not what seems possible, not what other people expect of you, just what would I love? Then close your eyes and start to build the picture. See it clearly. See the details of it. How does it feel? Who are you with? Where are you? What are you surrounded by? What does your day look like? Who are you becoming in that image? This is where transformation starts, in the imagination, not in the plan. Visualizing with feeling is how you turn fantasy into faith. When you do this every day, even for a few minutes, you begin to train your mind to think from possibility instead of limitation. Imagination is seeing beyond your current circumstances. Now here's something that was drilled into me since I was a child. Don't let your current results dictate your thinking. That means don't build your imagination from what is. Build it from what could be, from your deepest desires. If you don't use your imagination to rise above your current circumstances, your mind will keep looping you back into the same place, the same results, the same reality. Remember, your current results are the product of your past thinking. Your imagination is how you build a different future. You may not know how it will happen, and that's okay. The how is never your job. Your job is to get clear. Create the image and hold it in your mind with faith and feeling. Now, let's connect this back to last week's lesson. Habits are strengthened by repetition, and imagination works the same way. The more you visualize the life you want, the more real it becomes to your subconscious mind. You're impressing that image over and over until it feels natural, until your body and behavior begin to match it. So intentionally rediscover your higher mental faculty of imagination and make visualization a daily habit. What have you got to lose? It doesn't have to take long, just 5 minutes in the morning or before bed. Have fun with this. Close your eyes and see yourself living the life you want in 2026. See yourself healthy, confident, calm, joyful, whatever it is that you desire. But here's the important piece. You need to feel it and you need to believe it. The more vividly you imagine, the faster you will begin attracting this higher idea into your life. A universal law is the law of vibration. In fact, it is the law of vibration that will dictate what you attract into your life. Live in low vibration, only seeing the bad in everything, complaining, judging, criticizing yourself and others, and this is what you will be served up, more of the same. You will find yourself living in a reactionary state, confirming your negative beliefs and attitude over and over. But when you learn how to switch that around and make higher level thinking your daily method of operation, you will see positive change in your life. You may have heard my father, Bob Proctor, say, faith and fear both demand you believe in something you can't see. Why not choose faith? When you imagine a better way of living and feel emotion around this idea, well, you change the vibration you are moving through life with. You start moving in harmony with the good you desire. You attract the people, the ideas, and the circumstances that match that new vibration. That's not magic, that's law. The law of vibration is always working. Imagination is how you use it consciously. So here's your Born to Win challenge for this week. For the next 7 days, take those 5 minutes we talked about and every morning ask yourself, what would I love? Then write a short paragraph describing that image in the present tense as if it's already true. Read it out loud each morning and night. See it in your mind. Feel it in your heart. And keep repeating it. And when you start to feel that this visualization is becoming a part of your reality, well, that's when you know the image is taking root. As you move toward the end of this year, remember, habits build structure. Imagination builds direction. One gives you the framework, the other gives you the dream. And when you use both together, you begin to live by design instead of by default. You are gifted with this incredible faculty, imagination, to bring the unseen into the seen. So use it. Dream boldly. Picture your perfect scenario and believe it's already on its way, because the truth is, it is. Thank you for joining me today on Born to Win. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who could use a reminder of their own inner power. Remember, success isn't about luck or timing. It's about alignment. You were designed for success, built for expansion, and born to win. I'll see you next Monday when we will discuss faith, the bridge between the unseen and the seen, as we continue our series on entering 2026 with intention. Until then, think big, trust yourself, and keep growing.